So in the next 2 minutes, we are trying to see how a normal sensory development occurs after birth. A child is born with a hardware of the brain, and then he has to develop the software of the brain, which is developed by sensing the environment through the sensory system. When the child is sensing the environment through the sensory system, as I had already discussed, that every second they have to form 1,000 connections for the first years of life. When you are forming 1,000 connections for the first years of life, it takes 2 months of so many connections per second to develop eye contact with the mother. So it takes 1,000 connections per second for 2 months to develop eye contact with the mother. It takes 3 months to develop response to the sounds. It takes 6 months to develop localizing the sound, looking towards a person whose name we are called. It takes 8 to 10 months to develop pointing to the sound with the finger. It takes 12 months to use a single reciprocating letter or the word which will help the child understand. So the first year of life is generating awareness of the environment, awareness of the surroundings, and trying to develop connections to look, listen, respond and point. So if a child has not learned to look, listen, respond and point, he is unlikely for the child to develop further communication. So when the child is finished his 1 year, he is ready to look, listen, respond and point. The next level of development starts. That next level of development is developing a communication. And the initial communication which is started with the eye contact and pointing and localization. This communication has to go through further development of relationships and emotions. So normally, usually after the age of 12 to 13 months, the emotional development starts and child starts developing all the navarasas in the form of love, hatred, jealousy, possessiveness and whatnot. So all this emotional development is developed usually by skin to skin contact, like animals who develop emotional development. So getting connected with the people around you with physical and emotional context usually is an emotional development. And child has to go through this development of emotions. Emotions is also part of communication. So when the communication started, it started with the eye contact, the response to sound and pointing, and now making the emotional, developing the feeling, sympathy or empathy and insight so that they are getting connected to the parents, making a family member. Once the emotional development is started shaping, child also learns simultaneously the understanding of the body language, action language, skills, acting out and imitation and imagination. All these things will take another 6 months from the age of say 12 to 18 months to get matured, so that by the age of 18 to 20 months child is ready to give a significant verbal output. And this significant verbal output grows depending upon a significant language input which are given to the child. More the language input, more the understanding and more the verbal output, so that a child may know 40 words by the age of 1.5 years and he may be able to make a 2-word sentence with the help of a verb by the age of 2 years. So this is how a child's sensory system is developing, so that the child will be able to talk at the age of 2 years. So if in autism child, if the eye contact develops at the age of 2 years, you can have a prospect of 2 years and more to develop the language and speech.